All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to break down two really powerful strategies to help you finally conquer that debt and start building the rich life you deserve. This quote from Reddit really just nails it, doesn't it? It perfectly frames what we're talking about today. When it comes to paying off debt, is it really a math problem? Or is it more of a mind game? Okay, so first things first, let's just be real about the problem here. Feeling totally overwhelmed by debt? Yeah, that's incredibly common. It can feel like you're just stuck, trapped in that cycle of minimum payments that go absolutely nowhere. And look, it's not just a feeling. This is a hard number. Research from the Federal Reserve shows that a staggering 15.1% of American households have zero or even negative net wealth. That's not just a statistic. That's a massive barrier for millions of people. But here's the good news. There are clear paths out of this. You're basically at a crossroads with two main ways to go. And your choice really boils down to one simple question. What motivates you more? Is it the cold, hard numbers, or is it the power of getting some quick wins under your belt? So let's dive into that first path. This is the logical one, the one that looks perfect on a spreadsheet. We're talking about the debt avalanche method. Okay, the whole idea here is pretty simple, actually. You attack your most expensive debt first. Think about it. High-interest debt is like a fire. The longer you let it burn, the more of your money it just eats up. So, mathematically, this is the way to go. It saves you the most money on interest, and it gets you out of debt the fastest. Period. And the process? It's super logical. Step 1, you list all your debts, but you order them by interest rate, highest to lowest. Step 2, you keep paying the minimums on everything else. But then, and this is the key, you throw every single extra dollar you have at that number one debt, the one with the highest interest rate. Once it's toast, you take that whole payment amount and roll it right onto the next one on the list. So let's look at a real-world example. With the Avalanche method, it's crystal clear what to do. You'd actually ignore that huge $30,000 student loan for now. Your one and only target is that $8,000 credit card. And why? Because that 14% interest rate is the real enemy here. It's the one costing you the most money, month after month. Okay, on to path number 2. Now, this one is a bit different. It was made famous by Dave Ramsey, and it's not about the math. It's all about behavior and building momentum. This is the debt snowball method. So with the snowball, you basically throw the interest rates out the window. Seriously. The whole goal here is to get quick, tangible wins. You're trying to knock out those small balances first to get that amazing feeling of progress. It's that psychological boost that keeps you in the game. Now, the steps are going to sound really familiar. They're almost the same as the avalanche. You list your debts, but this time from smallest balance to largest. You pay minimums on everything, and then you go all in on that smallest debt. The goal is just to get it out of your life as fast as humanly possible. And you can see how different the focus is here. Looking at this chart, you totally ignore the interest rates. I don't care if that personal loan has a 25% APR. With this method, your only target is that $5,000 credit card. Why? Simple. It's the smallest one. That's it. So, let's play this out. Let's say you've hustled, you've cut back, and you've found an extra $320 a month in your budget. Awesome. You're going to throw all of that at your first target, that smallest credit card. So after a few months of just hammering away at it, poof, that first debt is gone. You did it. You got that first win. But you don't stop there. Oh no. This is where the real magic of the snowball kicks in. Check this out. You take that $320 you were paying, and you add the $60 minimum you used to pay on that card. So now you've got a $380 weapon, a bigger snowball, to roll downhill and start attacking the next debt on your list. See how it grows? That's the momentum. All right, so that brings us to the big question, the heart of the matter. Which path is right for you? Is it all about the math, or is it about your mindset? Okay, let's put them side by side. Think of the Avalanche as the math choice. It's the most efficient, it's going to save you the most money and interest, and it's technically the fastest way to get to zero. But man, progress can feel slow. The snowball, on the other hand, is the mindset choice. It's all about those quick psychological wins that keep you motivated. The trade-off, you'll almost definitely pay more in total interest. At the end of the day, it's just like a diet or an exercise plan, right? The best one is the one you'll actually stick with. So you have to ask yourself, what kind of person are you, really? And this really breaks it down perfectly. Be honest with yourself. If you're the kind of person who geeks out on spreadsheets, who loves efficiency and is driven by pure numbers, then yeah, the Avalanche is probably your jam. But if you know deep down that you'll get discouraged without seeing some quick progress, if you need those little victories to keep going, then the Snowball is absolutely the way to go. There is zero shame in picking the one that works for your brain. Okay, last section. Because look, no matter which path you end up choosing, there are a few ground rules for success. These are the non-negotiables. So here they are, the 4 big rules. Number 1, you have to stop adding new debt, period. Put the credit cards away, break the cycle. 2, you need a small emergency fund. Just $1,000 can be the buffer that keeps a flat tire from turning into new debt. 3, minimum payments are a trap. You have to have a plan to pay more than the minimum. And finally, number 4, track your progress and celebrate the wins. Paying off a debt is a huge deal, so act like it. So I want to leave you with this final thought. Getting out of debt isn't just about getting a number to zero on a statement. It's about so much more. It's about freeing up your money, sure, but it's also about freeing up your mind, your energy, so you can finally start building the life you actually want. So take a second and really think about it. What does your rich life look like once the debt is gone?